Is it worth the hassle setting up a Royal Mail business account? Let's go. So, if you run your own business online, particularly like a mail order business, you might be looking into some shipping solutions. The obvious one that might spring to mind if you live in the UK is Royal Mail. Now, we've been using Royal Mail for the past 5 or 6 years. On the whole, they're pretty good. We use a thing called click and drop, and up until recently, we've been using a personal account for click and drop, simply because it was convenient, it was straightforward really. It always felt like it would be a real hassle to set up a business account with Royal Mail. Particularly with us being a small-ish business. We just sort of assumed you would have to shift a larger volume than you actually do have to get a Royal Mail account. And I was surprised how low the volume is you have to ship. So basically, if you ship 1,000 items per year, that's about 20 a week, you will qualify for a business account with Royal Mail, which they call an OBA. That's an online business account. So like I say, the normal sort of click and drop account that's available to anybody, which I would encourage you to sign up for if you haven't already, is pretty good. With click and drop, you get online access to all your postal things, all your different tariffs, so you can select first class, second class post, sign for track 24, track 48, all those kind of, like pretty much any mail service that you can get at the post office, you can get via the click and drop app, which is handy, and it saves you going to the post office and it saves you having stamps. Now, the OBA, the online business account, if you integrate that with a business click and drop, that takes it to a whole other level. It means you get access to well reduced prices. Currently we ship somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 items a year, so we get a slightly higher discount, I believe, than the lowest possible setup. But anyway, let's have a little chat about how we actually set up an online business account, because it does seem daunting at first, but trust us, it's not that hard. It just takes a little bit of time. First thing you need to do, you need to go to Royal Mail's website, which just pop it into Google and you'll get there. Royal Mail's website. You sign up for an account, and you sign up for a business account on Royal Mail. And from there, it'll ask you a few basic details about your business. What sort of what your address is, what you're looking for, basically. And you'll get a little note back from them saying, "Oh, we'll pass this on to a sales manager or to our sales team," or something like that. It was a little while ago that we did this, so I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's something like that. Like, it goes to the sales team, and it says they'll give you a call back. You're sitting waiting, and maybe it's a week later, you'll get a call from somebody just checking the details that you've submitted. And as long as they're happy with the details you've submitted, they'll then say, "Okay, we'll pass this on to whoever the area sales manager is," and they'll get back in touch with you. So then you wait about another week, and then you'll either get an email from the sales manager asking for more details again. They'll ask exactly what you're sending, kind of what size packages you send. So for example, we send mostly large letters and letters valuing between £4 and £6-ish. So they will want to know that, because how much you charge depends on what services they offer you, and how much volume you have also depends on how much they charge you per item. So for example, just as an example here, a second class letter for us costs 51p to send via OBA. Now that same letter would cost us 66p to send via the standard click and drop or via the post office, which, so you can see that's a fair reduction. That's 15p. So it doesn't sound like much on the face of it, but it does actually all add up. Now, with us being a business seller, we sell via third party pages as well. For us, it's pretty important that we get like a delivery scan. So there's an awesome service that they actually offer for business users, Royal Mail, and that's for just a few pence extra. We can send a large letter via what they call Royal Mail 24 or Royal Mail 48. Now this service differs slightly from the tracked 48 and tracked 24. This is just Royal Mail 24, Royal Mail 48. You get no real tracking, but you do get a delivery scan. So a large letter, standard large letter, second class. Let's work on the second class here, because that's usually what we send, second class, unless the buyer pays for first class. So second class large letter, go to the post office or go to a normal click and drop, not business. It's going to cost you 96p. You get no delivery confirmation at all. So if a buyer says, "Oh look, I haven't received the item I ordered," there's nothing you can do about it except refund the customer and then try to make a claim with Royal Mail, which, let me assure you, is not straightforward. and generally not worth it. For the sake of the fiver that we would lose to refund the customer, there's no way I would go through Royal Mail's claims process. Just no way. But anyway, that's beside the point. So bear that in mind. So 96 pence for a standard second class large letter. Now, for £1.04, we can send that with Royal Mail 48, which is the same service as second class large, except you get a delivery scan and you're not covered for compensation for loss, right? So remember, we're shipping low cost items, so that this is perfect for us. So if we send something for £5, like I say, there's no way if it got lost in the mail I would actually put a claim into the mail to try and get that back. It's just isn't happening. But so for £1.04, you can send a large letter with a delivery scan, and that's cheap, especially for a small business like ourselves. That's a really cheap service. And so far, I mean, we've only been using the business account now for a couple of weeks, and we've been in business for years, and I wish we had done this earlier because it would have saved us thousands in postage. So like I say, the standard click and drop is good. It's a good service, it works well, but the OBA is where it's at. If you're a business, you should be getting this sorted out as soon as you set up, really. As soon as you set your business up, you just tell them you're shipping at least 1,000 units or whatever. If you think you're going to do more than that, sell them more and get this set up, because you're going to end up saving yourself a lot of money. A lot of money. Even if you just send in standard, I mean, so a standard second class large letter costs us 90 pence to send. It's 96 if you send by the post office or click and drop. Again, I mean, it's 6 pence, but if you send like, I don't know, 50, 60 items a week, that adds up. Over the month and over the year, certainly it does. And however much money you save, and any savings always better off in your pocket than someone else's, isn't it? So basically, the Royal Mail business account, it's awesome, really, once you get onto it and once you get it sorted out. It seems a little daunting to start with. It really isn't. It's really, really easy. And the click and drop account in general is very easy to use. That goes for the standard click and drop or the business click and drop. It's so easy. It literally click and drop, like it really is that easy. And if you're using third-party sellers, like, so I mean, for example, we sell on Etsy, we sell on eBay, we sell on our own website as well, obviously. Click and drop integrates with Etsy, Shopify, eBay, Amazon, WooCommerce, I don't know what that is, but it just integrates with a lot of online businesses. And that means, by integrated, I mean, if you say, for example, you get an order on Etsy, it will move those details from the order straight onto your click and drop. So no need to input addresses and stuff like that. No need to input the value of the item or the weight. Once you've done it a few times, the system remembers the weight for the item. So say, for example, you're selling the same thing. So say, I don't know, you sell a card, right? The card weighs 50 grams and you've sold that card before and you've inputted 50 grams into the click and drop. The next time you sell that card, it'll say 50 grams. Or if you sell two, it'll say 100 grams. So there's not even any need for that. It's a very user-friendly system, and the integration is really easy to do. So, like, for example, I use Etsy again because that's what we mostly use to integrate into Etsy. You just click onto the main screen on your click and drop account. So yeah, I'll just get this open here to have a look because it makes life much easier if I have it in front of me. So yeah, on the click and drop account, we want to click on dashboard, which is at the very top. So dashboard, you go to home, and there we are. Integrate your stores. That's in the top right-hand corner. It really couldn't be easier. You click on there, add a new integration. Then, so for Etsy, for example, you just need to be logged into the Etsy account, and then you enter the details in the click and drop account, and it'll sort that out straight away by itself. You just need to click on your Etsy account, allow integration. In addition to that, on the Royal Mail website, there is a step-by-step video available as well for the integration for each different platform. So whichever one you're using, it'll be there. It'll guide you through it. Yeah, so basically the integration system it's just so handy. It's so quick. It's so easy to use. It's unbelievable, really. I mean, for the first year we were in business, we didn't even use this. We just used to go to the post office, or we used to buy stamps. You know, it's not a good way to do it. And I wish I had seen this sort of video back then. I mean, I have had a look on YouTube and places like that, and really there's nothing here that's sort of that's straightforward. If you know what I mean, there's nothing here that's straightforward, nothing here that gives it in plain English. But I try to do this here, but no doubt I'm waffling on with this. I usually waffle on too much, but anyway. So set yourself up a click and drop account. It's awesome. It's easy. Just Google Royal Mail click and drop. And same with the business account. Just get a business account set up, and once you've got that set up, follow the steps on there and link that to a click and drop account, and that's that. get yourself a good label printer, which is definitely worth the money. Don't buy the one off Royal Mail, just buy one off eBay. Any label printer will do, it integrates well with click and drop. The one we use it cost about 80 quid, 85 quid or something, and it is awesome. But the one that Royal Mail tries to flog you is £150 plus VAT, so you're looking at about £200. It does the exact same thing. If I can find it, I'll pop a link into the one we bought, and in a future video I might do a full review of it, because having a label printer makes life so much easier. Again, it's something we hadn't used until pretty recently. We used to use just a standard printer, and we would use these sheets. I don't know if you can see it on the video. This is like an A4 sheet which has 4 stickers on, so 4 little address labels, which, I mean, it's all right. Again, it took us even about a year to get into using these. We used to just use paper and cut it out and then stick it on with some sellotape, which, you know, is obviously time consuming and costly. But those like those sticker sheets, they work all right in a standard printer, and you can set all this up on click and drop. You just select how many labels you want to use. So you switch it to 6x4 if you're using a label printer, or you just say it's an A4 sheet with either 1 or 4 labels that you want to print on it. Straightforward, dead easy. Click and drop is easy. It's an awesome tool, and if you're not using it, you should be using it. If you are a business, you should sign up for a business account as soon as possible, because the savings are decent. It's so worth it. It's so worth the bother of setting it up. And it takes about a month to set up in total, but it is worth the wait. So just get on with it. Get it done. Get that business account sorted. And like I say, it just I can't even tell you how much easier it makes life having this business account and the click and drop account and the label printer all there, all integrated. Like, lots of the hard work's done for you. If you're one of these people who goes to the post office to buy your postage for a business, I mean, just don't do it. Don't do it. The post office people haven't got a clue anyway, right? I was in the post office behind a guy who was buying a small parcel, right? A small parcel weight. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that if you send a small parcel, that actually includes a delivery scan anyway, right? So this person behind the counter of the post office was saying to the customer, well, if you want to have it confirmed to be delivered, if you want to have it safe in transit, blah, 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 you're going to have to buy the signed for service, which is expensive as hell through Royal Mail. So this guy ended up spending extra money on the signed for service, which he didn't want and didn't need really, because all he said he wanted was he'd sold, I can't remember what he said it was, like a phone or something. Not that I was earwig into the whole conversation, but it's a small post office. So he sold a phone or something like that, and he wanted to have a delivery confirmation. And this woman behind the post office window, I mean, generally the post office people haven't got a clue about Royal Mail services. Royal Mail and the post office are 2 separate companies. People don't know that. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but lots of people don't. They think it's the same thing. It's not. It's a completely different business. Royal Mail is just a courier service, basically. So my advice is, if you're buying mail, if you're buying postage, sorry, don't do it at the post office. Do it on the click and drop account. Do your own thing. All the dimensions, all the weights, all the different package sizes. That's all there. It's all on the net for you here. It tells you exactly what you get with each service. So like, it tells you if it's tracked. It tells you if you get a signature. You don't need to pay for the signed for service if you're sending a small parcel. And the signed for service at the moment is not in real in use anyway, but you do get a delivery confirmation that way. So if you haven't got a business account and you want delivery confirmation but don't want to pay for, say, Tracked 48, so the Tracked 48 service is a full tracked service available to pretty much anybody. I think it gives you full tracking through the whole thing, the whole delivery thing. So you'll get an acceptance scan from the mail centre, because you can't just drop them off at the post office, because Royal Mail 24 and 48 are not accepted at post office counters, only at like a delivery centre, or like, you know, a caller's office where you would go to pick up parcels and things. That's like what they call a customer service point. So you'd have to drop that straight with Royal Mail. Again, with your business mail, that's the best way to do it as well. Drop it at a caller's office. Steer clear of the post office. The people at the post office generally, honestly, I don't know, but like, they haven't got a clue about the services. I feel like I know more about Royal Mail services than some of those guys at the post office who deal with them every day. I remember going in there with a Tracked 48 thing once, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know why it's not scanning." And I was just thinking, well, how do you not know? But anyway, so I took the package back home and had a look on the net, and I've seen that that's because you have to take it straight direct to Royal Mail rather than the post office. And that took 2 seconds of doing that. And surely this woman who worked at the post office should have known that. But anyway, that's beside the point. Again, I'm on a tangent here. This was at the beginning of our selling online. You learn lots of things as you go. I'll not pretend I'm an expert at the mail, but I do know a thing or two about it. I know I'm well versed in the different services. And for me, as long as there's a delivery confirmation, that'll do me. I mean, if I was selling more expensive items, I would send tracked 48 and tracked 24 because it covers you for loss and damage and it gives you full tracking. But since the items we sell are low value, so anything, if I sell something under 10 quid, it goes with Royal Mail 24, 48. It's a cheap and affordable service, and you get a delivery confirmation, so the buyer can say they didn't receive it all they want. But like, to satisfy the likes of eBay and Etsy, if you've got a delivery confirmation, an online delivery confirmation, that'll do them, and they'll deal with the rest from there with the customer. So yeah, that's that. So this is a really basic sort of startup video for how to use a Royal Mail business account with click and drop. It's so straightforward. You can't go wrong with it. Just do it. Get a click and drop account. Get your sell on there. Make some more money. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're in business, you're looking to make profit on what you're selling. And the best way to do that is cutting down the postage cost, which is expensive generally. I mean, it is expensive. So get yourself an account here. I might do some more in detail videos if there's any interest in this one. But for now, I hope you're happy selling on the internet. I hope you're making lots of money. I hope you're looking forward to setting up a business. If you want any advice or help or anything like that, just drop us a line on here. And I'll be happy to answer any questions, because I know how frustrating it is to set this up when you don't really know about the different services. I wish we had done this years and years ago. You don't need to be a massive business to get a business account with them and get some discounts. You just need to be a small business. If you're shipping 1,000 items a year, go for it. Just do it. But for now, I've got to actually get out to work, to my real job. So I'll catch you there.